Oh, yes, it's that Friday feeling. It's Dad's RC Hanger on Hot One. Oh, yes, it's hot. Hotter than hot coal. Yes, it is, but it's okay. We're still here, but only for a little while. Yes, it's going to be a short one before I melt, basically. Oh, enough of that tomfoolery. Yes, we're going to carry on with the Lysander. I'm doing bits and pieces today. Well, I've been trying to do, a lot of this morning, earlier on this morning, because it is very early already. I did start about, I don't know, 7 AM, which is not, I suppose, early, but just to beat the heat, to try and to see if I can do a bit of laser cutting and measuring and that's bits and pieces. So it took a bit of time, but I think I figured it out. Have a watch. Okay, so it's okay because I've got two planes, and I got two planes because I wanted to cut some out. Right, so as you can see, we've got the elevator here. T1 doesn't obviously is part of the actual wing. It's the elevator horizontal, yeah, horizontal stabilizer. And then you've got like T2 that's got this now. It's got some random shapes. Now I hope you can see. If not, when I upload it, I'll zoom in a bit. But you've got these little triangles that have got to be built, and then this is balsa. So as you see, it's got a 3mm balsa core in the centre. And then I've got a plane the side down, which, as you know, at the moment it's a rectangle, the same as this. So now there was one way I could, overlay them and then draw over some sort of like tracing paper sort of thing, and then put that onto balsa and then slice them and dice them. I suppose that's good for some that's pro, which I'm not. And I was thinking to myself, I can imagine it now. I'm going to get all mixed up and wrong sizes and everything else, because these here, which I suppose called leading edge maybe, are different sizes because obviously the curvature of the stabilizer. Yeah, so I've just named this T2.5, 3, 3.5, 4, 4.5 and 5. Now what I decided to do was try and put them on laser. Sorry, I wanted to do a laser cut and draw this out. So I'm going to come over to the IFO cam, and then you can see, now you have to excuse, I'm just taking a video of the screen, so it's going to look a bit mishy-mashy, but I just want to show you what I've done. So I'll show you another method as well. So basically I've had to measure. So all I did is that, you measure the length here. So using a caliper, I've measured sort of like the length and the height, I suppose, if you'd like to call it. So the height and length, and then it's the triangle, which is this alone, and then called it T5, T4.5. Simple as that, really. Now what I did manage to do, which we'll go into in a second once I change the screen, is I had to make these bigger because of this end here. So when the laser kind of got to here and then came back again, it was literally charring up at least 3 or 4 millimeters here. So that's something I came across. Now what you can do is that you can take a picture and import them. Now I think I've actually deleted the picture, so maybe I will do that another video. But you can import the picture, and then you've got this little clever thing. It says outline. And it will outline it for you. So this is light burn, and it'll outline what you want to outline, and bang, you're done. You don't need to like make straight edges over the drawing plan or anything else. It will just bring it up. Obviously you need to do a bit of measurement to make sure it's the same. And I think if you've got any sort of like end pieces here, like little, you've got to be wary, because even a laser is very fine. I think it's like 1 point whatever millimeters. When it gets to here and passes back, and then you do a couple of passes, you're losing at least sort of like about that much. It goes all crispy, which is no good. So what did I do? Well, let's see what a few bits and pieces. So I did try a few things. Now I tried it out of balsa. First of all, here's my little they're back to front. I haven't used this laser cutter for a long time. I'm no professional whatsoever. To say, I've got so many toys that I can build and help me build, that I never get the chance to get into each one of them, if that makes sense. But here's the one here. So as I say, you got the T numbers and everything else and the cuts. Now what I found is, and I tried it a few times. I've got a plethora of triangles here. Is that the end here? It was very bendy. There you go. I'm looking to see what I'm showing you. Yeah, and it's very brittle, and it's very it's great. Don't get me wrong, but it's not good. So then what I thought I'd do is that I would try a bit of thin ply. Now you're saying, oh, ply, Chris, is going to put some weight on. Well, when you think all the ribs are made from 4mm, this is 4mm ply, and I'm making it from 3mm light ply. So, you know, I mean, if I put them on a weigh, you're talking milligrams. I mean, come on, let's just save a bit of filler. I'm done. Yes, I know I look like a melting piece of butter. Because of this. Yes, it's very hot in the hangar and it's getting hotter. And believe you me, it's only 11 AM. It's we're having a massive heat wave in the UK again. And this one's lasting for 10 days, which is great if you're out and about. But not so good if you're in the hangar. But it's okay. I thought I'd bring you something, even though it's a bit quick. Just to say, positive now. Anyway, so here is the balsa. No, it's not. It's not balsa, is it? It's called plywood. Here's the plywood. It's very thin. It's less than, it's about 3mm. Very lightweight as it is. And here you go. I put a bit of tape up because when you lift it off the bed, as you saw it cutting just a minute ago, these will all fall out and then I won't know what the numbers are. Yes, I could have put the T numbers on there, but it'd been very small. So I just did it. If you can see that, there you go. And I did test one earlier on, and basically the secondary was the amount of passes. So in a laser, it would go around one. You can tell it how many times you want to go around. So the power of the laser and how deep it goes, and then it go rounds once and twice and however you want, just to make that line. And not, you can't. I suppose you could go full on power straight through, but then you'll end up with fire and everything else and bad stuff. Oh yes, bad. But I made a noise then. Anyway, so again, balsa. Yeah, 2 passes, and I think I've done about 85 on a power, which is only a 10-watt laser, and is about the speed was 250. If you want to know, if you do want to know a bit more about lasering and how to get, if you've got like a plan or something else and you'd rather just cut a load of ribs rather than just sitting there trying to cut them out, even though there's some fantastic people out there like Cliff Harvey, Mark Croucher and a few more that I can't remember off the top of my head that would do that just, yeah, without the laser. But it's just time, is it? I mean, everything is about time management these days, isn't it? I mean, you know, you want to do so much these days, and we are spoilt for the amount of models we've got in our hangar, that time becomes very limited and you want to get things done quickly. I'm only in the hangar once a day, and today happens to be one of the hottest days in July so far. Last week's show was fantastic. If you didn't see me bits and pieces, here's a couple of bits and pieces.
And as the Spitfire passes overhead about
Oh yes, what a great air show, what a great air show. Unfortunately they're a great air show, but their Wi-Fi is not very good, so I couldn't do a video or anything of all the warbirds and stuff like that. Yeah, so I just want to see if we'll take some out and see how much of a fit they are, and then I'm not going to be building the rest of the elevator today, because it's, you know, the dial's going up and it's getting hotter and hotter. And unfortunately I haven't got any spare fans. They're all indoors, keeping the family cool, and our AC unit is in there. We don't have AC in the UK. Well, some of us do, but we're not built for this. If you're saying, oh, why haven't you got the AC on, Chris? No, we don't have that. We have one AC unit. If you could buy one, no, they are gold dust in the UK after the last heat wave, and now you can't just get one. So I'll probably be able to get one in the winter for next year. Okay, so what I didn't say, and I forgot to say, is even though it's back to front, is that the way I got around with the ends was that I actually stretched them 4mm each, and you'll see in a minute. So if we take out something decent like T2, what's down here, T5, let's do T5 because it's right there. So let's just take this tape off so they fall out. It's just that I didn't want them to fall out, and so I didn't know what size they were. So you can see, I don't know if you can actually see here. I mean, I really will try and zoom in, but you can see the end is a bit fragile still. So if I do that, they're like bits of charcoal. And I have got a wick across here as well with a bit of sandpaper to get rid of that black. So you can see that they're about 4 mils longer, but if once I cut that end off, it's really hard to see, and I do apologise if you can't. I can zoom in a bit more maybe. There you go. I've made them bigger for that purpose, so when I do stick them down, I can then cut here or just like sand it off there, and they still come to a point. So that I think that's pretty good. That's going to fit. Obviously, I've got to cut the shape out of the elevator, and then obviously stick it to the wood. So I mean, I've got this. I haven't cut it down yet, but there's this here. So I've got to get the middle section, because I want to use some round hinges, which I'll show you. So I need to drill a hole through it before I put the balsa on. Well, there you go, short and sweet. And now I've got to carry on cutting out the balsa rudders and elevators and all that sort of stuff. But I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that tomorrow, and I'm going to do it in the house, where it's a lot cooler. Videoing in the house is a bit of a nightmare because we've got dogs and cats and children and grandchildren and everything else running around, hence the hanger. But I'm going to do it, and you'll see what I'm going to do, and I can always explain what I did, which would be a lot easier, so at least you know. But yeah, as I'm not getting out flying this weekend, it's too hot for me. I don't do mega heat, unfortunately. I'm just not built that way. Oh no, I'm not. But anyway, unless someone's got like a water gun on me and, you know, spray me from each side. But I have got something different next week. Yes. A company has sent me something. I'm not going to go too much into it. You'll have to wait till next week. They sent me something, bless their hearts, to try out and have a play with, and that's what I'm going to do. I do like it. It's fun. You'll have to wait till next week to see it though. So tune in next week anyway. So I'm going to carry on with this build, and we will get back into it. The heat wave's set to finish the end of next week. So perfect time to do this little reveal of a product next week. And I'll do bits and pieces indoors, but it's all good. I might even video it and then play some music, so you're not going to hear the woof woof meow meow, can I have another sweet, that sort of thing. In fact, it's me that's normally asking for the sweets. Yes. So if you can get out and fly, boating, if I need to do my boat, just say I've got a boat. If you can get out and fly, boating, carring, whatever else in, and then get out there and take advantage of the world and enjoy yourself and have fun. But if you do, keep safe, but be safe. And don't forget to spread the word of Dad's Aussie Hanger. Also, you'll notice I've got different glasses in today. Well, these are my normal work glasses, because yes, I'm still doing bits of work at the same time, and I forget to put my little brassy ones on that I have as a hanger glass. Different today. I blame the heat, you know. Anyway, if you are getting hot and sweaty in the UK, then keep hydrated, keep out in the big sun, unless you've got a hat and lots of water, and make sure you put the sun cream on. There you go, that is the Dad's Aussie Hanger safety message out there for you. Thanks for watching, thanks for having a little bit of positivity with me on this Friday evening, but it's still that Friday feeling, and it is positive. Yes, no, that's BO. I'm sweating too much. Oh, come on. See you later now. Ta-da.